Hi everybody, welcome back. It's Debbie with the Question Queens. Yeah, no cool cats and kittens. Just skittish bunnies here. Anyway, I am tackling Tom Macdonald's fake woke. I know this is a very popular one. A lot of you have requested it. I have so many names by this particular video that just thank you, all of you that did this or suggested this video. And okay, yeah, I'm skittish. I'm nervous. But that's okay. I'm ready, I think, maybe. Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Okay, I'm trying. Here we go. Let's get to the video.
I think it's crazy I'm the one who they labeled as controversial, and Cardi B is the role model for 12-year-old girls. There's rappers pushing Xanax at the top of the billboard, but if I mention race in a song, I'm scared I'll get killed for it. It's backwards, it's getting exponentially dumb. It's more difficult to get a job than purchase a gun.
I'm only gonna say this. I did a small video on Cardi B, and it was murder on my mind. The fact that this woman is the role model for our young girls makes me want to throw up. Not just a little sick, just makes me want to throw up. She is hideous. And I have not seen anything from Tom Macdonald that isn't the truth, that isn't real, that isn't, he has my respect for. You're sitting there twerking in front of an abortion clinic saying, I got murder on my mind. Because she's pregnant by a guy that literally, she says, has 4 or 5 different children with 4 or 5 different women. She's not going to be the next. Well, then what are you doing having sex with him? And I know this is off topic, but that really just burns my britches. There you go. There's another southern saying for you. Burns my buns.
It's backwards, it's getting exponentially dumb. It's more difficult to get a job than purchase a gun. Eminem used to gay bash and murder his mom, and now he doesn't want fans if they voted for Trump. We're ashamed to be American. You should probably love it because you have the right to...
Oh my gosh, I can't believe he said that. That is so... Whoo, I bet he got a lot of pushback on this one. When he came out with that, what do they call it where they just rap off the cuff? Oh, what's that word called? I wish my memory worked. It doesn't. It's broken. Where they just do the raw rapping with whatever. Anyway, I watched that and it was just and you all know that I'm a fan. Psh, whatever. I could not stand it. Me personally, that was just over the top. Getting mad at everybody for what? Having an opinion of their own. I will continue to have my own opinion, and it is well within my right to do that. And none of your business. Okay. Sorry. Get a little passionate about that.
If they voted for Trump, we're ashamed to be American. You should probably love it because you have the right to hate it and not get stoned to death in public. As children, we were taught how to walk and talk, but the system wants adults to sit down and shut up. Cancel culture runs the world now. The planet went crazy. Label everything we say as homophobic or racist. If you're white, then you're privileged, guilty by association.
Yeah, remember last night? Straight phobic? That's my new word. So anytime someone says, oh, you're homophobic, well, you're straight phobic. I am straight up going to say that every single time. Right after I tell them, y'all are tripping and I hope you find the Lord. Because that was ridiculous. Your sexual orientation has nothing to do. I can have an opinion outside of that. That's on you to put that out there every single time on every single issue that you think has to do with your sexual orientation, which it does not, and I don't care what you do. And I will tell you this. If you're gay, I love you. If you're not, I love you. I have love for people. I don't ask them what their orientation is or who they like to have sex with or who they're attracted to or who they're not. I don't care if you're trans. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're straight. I care if you're a good person. I care if you have a decent character. And all this crap, it keeps getting shoveled at us all the time. Just like that radio guy. You can have a personal opinion and it has nothing to do with that. And the whole cancel culture, it just reminds me of little kids throwing a tantrum. Because they don't want to hear what they're hearing. Well, I got news for you. Life isn't like that. You don't get to just decide who says what and when they say it. That's the very definition of a Nazi. Idiot.
And not get stoned to death in public. As children, we were taught how to walk and talk, but the system wants adults to sit down and shut up. Cancel culture runs the world now, the planet went crazy. Label everything we say as homophobic or racist. If you're white, then you're privileged, guilty by association. All our childhood heroes got Me Too'd or they're rapists. They never freed the slaves. They realized that they don't need to change. Childhood heroes got Me Too'd or they're rapists. They never freed the slaves. They realized that they don't need to change. They gave us tiny screens. We think we free because we can't see the cage. They knew that race war would be the game they need to play. For people to big teams, they use the media to feed the flame.
Media is the, I'll tell you what.
They so
the media
fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to stop it so much, but if you ever get caught in one of those conversations, it really is. It turns, literally, all of them turn into just bashing emotionally at you. And if you just ask them, what facts are you stating right now? Is this facts or is it feelings? Because my facts don't care about your feelings. And then you'll just be called a name. Because that's all they can do after that. Probably you'll be called homophobic. Or whatever phobic. Or privileged. So silly.
Tell me what to believe in. Hey, so fake, whoa, same old, safe zones. Hey, so fake mode. Facts don't care about your feelings. I think it's crazy how these people screaming facts, but they fake woke. Hate their neighbor cause he wears a mask or he stays home. Has a daughter but his favorite artist said he slays hoes. Picks her up from school, music slaps on the way home. Censorship's an issue cause they choose what they erase. There's a difference between hate speech and speech that you hate. I think Black Lives Matter was the stupidest name. When the system's screwing everyone exactly the same. I just want to spend Thanksgiving Day with food and my family without being accused to celebrate.
Taken on every single topic of controversy. I mean, every single one of them. He's nailing. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. I mean, I can't even imagine the lashback he got. And some of these people probably lost their minds. Oh my gosh, I bet they lost their minds. That. It just makes me respect him even more. I mean, and they can't cancel him. That's the best part. I mean, I just keep remembering, there's nothing anybody can do. They can't do anything. They can't touch him. And the fact that people love him. Oh my God. I'm surprised we're not having meltdowns on videos of people. Well, there probably are out there. I just haven't seen them. But, oh my gosh, yeah, he is touching on every single point of contention that's out there. And I think the bigger message that he keeps pushing throughout everything that I keep seeing is about the system. And it is about the media. Literally, I can turn on CNN, ABC, MSNBC at any given time, and within a couple of minutes, race will be mentioned. And I don't remember the song that I don't remember which song it was, but where he talked about back when we were kids and we just played, and the race, the only race that he had is at school and that kind of thing. And then now All we do is think about what color we are. You didn't know that back then. Nobody ever talked about it. It was just, everybody was just everybody. And I'm not saying that there's not been some good things that have happened and should have happened. There's been bad things that have happened against both races or all races. But holy moly, he's hitting it. I will give him that. He's doing it.
The same. I just want to spend Thanksgiving Day with food and my family without being accused of celebrating native casualties. We got so divided, it's black and white and political. Republicans are bigots, libtards if you're liberal. There's riots in our streets and it's just getting worse. Y'all screaming deep on the police, y'all are genius for sure. They're underfunded already, they're way too busy to work. Order food and call the cops, see what reaches you first. Segregation ended, that's a lie in itself. That was a strategy to make us think they were trying to help. They knew that racism was hot if they designed it to sell. We buy up every single box.
I have to. I'm going to tell you what. When I know I told you all a little bit about my Facebook group that I did about the police scanner. And when they started the whole defund police, I have never in my entire life seen a more asinine thing spoken out of more people's mouths that honestly, and this is what was so sad to me and freaked me out, is because they really thought it was a good thing. They really, truly believe that this is a positive way. There's pretty much like, it's a really bad neighborhood. This coalition got together and decided they didn't want the police to come in their neighborhood. It's where probably 70% of our crime happens. They wanted to police their own. That's when everyone lost their minds that are just normal working people. And they said, oh, hell no. We need more police here. And the fact that he said, order food or call the police and see which one comes first. Because they have done so much damage to our police. It's unbelievable how crippled they are now. And I just can't believe it. I really can't. It really makes me angry.
Trying to help. They knew that racism was hot if they designed it to sell. We buy up every single box and divide us ourselves. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old safe zones. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings. We use violence to get peace and wonder why it isn't working. That's like sleeping with a football team to try and be a virgin. Politicians are for sale and someone always makes the purchase. But you and
oh my gosh, I think that's probably the single best line of the song ever. Oh my God. With a football team and trying to be a virgin. What in the heck? Wait. Oh my gosh. I gotta hear that again. That was just holy cow, that was just oh my goodness.
We use violence to get peace and wonder why it isn't working. That's like sleeping with a football team to try and be a virgin. Politicians are for sale and someone always makes the purchase. But you and I cannot afford it. Our democracy is worthless. If a man has mental illness, call him crazy, say it silently. When country's going crazy, we accept it as society. Get sick and take a pill. When the side effects get you high, you get addicted like these rappers dying fighting with sobriety. Censoring the facts turns our children into idiots. They claim it's for our safety. I'll tell you what it really is. Removing information that empowers all the citizens. The truth doesn't damage points of view that are legitimate. They're trying to change amen to amen and women. How'd we let them? I'll tell you what it really is. Removing information that empowers all the citizens. The truth doesn't damage points of view that are legitimate.
The truth doesn't damage points of view that are legitimate. And you know what? I'm even going to take that a step further. They don't even, what makes a point of view legitimate? Everybody has the right to have an opinion. I don't actually have to agree with you. You and I don't have to be on the same page. But you have the right to voice your opinion, and you have the right to get the truth. the facts. Without censorship, without, what do they call it? Thought police, and now it's fact checking. And if you fact check the fact checkers, you will find they're biased. It's crap.
Information that empowers all the citizens. The truth doesn't damage points of view that are legitimate. They're trying to change amen to amen and women. How'd we let them make praying a microaggression? Instead of asking God for the strength to keep winning,
Oh my
we
gosh.
cheat to get ahead.
What? What did he just say? They are trying to change amen to a women? Is that really a thing? Is that a thing? I have never heard of this before in my life. Oh my gosh. What, you are just not allowed to say men, period? I'm going to have to look that up. I'm very disturbed right now. Because I know on that Stanford University, that list of all the words that they were banning, like man hour, and I forgot. But anything with man in it, they were getting rid of it. Amen to a women. I'm going to tell you that something's never going to come out of my mouth, ever. I can promise you that. They would have to put me in jail, imprison me. I will never say it. It's the stupidest thing I have ever heard in my entire life. Wow. Wow.
Being a microaggression, instead of asking God for amen and women. The truth doesn't damage points of view that are legitimate. They're trying to change amen to amen and women. How'd we let them make
Amen
praying a
and women.
microaggression? Instead of asking God for the strength to keep winning, we cheat to get ahead and then we ask him for forgiveness.
Feminism used to be the most righteous of fights, but these days it feels like they secretly hate guys. I don't trust anyone who bleeds for a week and don't die. I'm just kidding, but everything else that I said is right.
They so fake woke. Facts don't
Okay, I just
care
thought that.
about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old, same songs. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings.
Wow. Well, there certainly was a lot to unpack there. I'm sorry I stopped it so many times, but that was just, I still can't get over the whole amen and women. What in the actual flip? It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. You know what? We would be such a better off country if we celebrated our men. I celebrate men. I love masculinity. I love men. I don't want you to disappear. I don't want the word men to disappear. I will never say, ever say amen and women. You know what? Here's the thing. That is not fighting for women's rights. That's not fighting for equality. That's erasing men. That's really what they're doing. That whole video is so thought-provoking. Except the whole, if you bleed for a week and you don't die. We're not talking about that. That was cute. Well, anyway, that's the video. You got all my thoughts. I got a little outraged and got off on some tangents. But, excellent song, excellent video. And he really did push some buttons on that one. I would imagine... How old is this song? Hang on. It's a year old. I don't know what happened, when it came out or when he released it, but I'm curious. I bet they have tried everything in the world to shut him up. And the fact that his song just went #1 now, people are probably having heart attacks. And they cannot shut him up. And I'm so glad. I'm so glad his music is out there. Well, that's the video. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you. And if you haven't hit the subscribe button, if you could do that on your way out, I would really appreciate it. Have a good day.